Hey VC, Crazy Jimmy here with another video. This is going to be a vinyl finds video featuring some of the stuff that I've found or picked up recently, say in the last month or so. There might be some duplicates in here. I kind of forget what I've shown in prior videos, but please bear with me on that. I believe most of these are going to be on the newer side, recent stuff. So why don't we get rolling? The first one I want to show is BJ Hood, You Gotta Be Kidding Me, which is a very rare, this is actually a sealed copy, but this is on the Guinness label, which was a tax scam label. I apologize for the glare. I did have a viewer, subscriber, reach out to me and ask if I can pull them out of the outer plastic, which I will. As long as there's no shrink on it. Like this is sealed and has shrink, so it's going to have the glare regardless. But so I will do that, and I appreciate the feedback on that. But this here is really a fantastic mix of like a little bit of psych, a little bit of pop, a little pop psych, a little bit of dash of alternative country, and some soul as well. So don't know who BJ Hood is. Like I said, it's a tax scam issue from the mid-'70s, so probably not the guy's name. So obviously the tax scam releases typically would put like a fake band name or a fake name there and title. These are usually just demos of stuff that was never released. And in this case, the stuff was never released except for this Guinness label tax scam release. Next up, I really love this duo, Alessi. This is the Alessi brothers. They look like twins, don't they? But this is sealed. I do have an open copy of this. I love this album so much. I actually like their first 3 albums a ton. If you like Powerpop and a little bit of the Bee Gees sound without the Bee Gees vocal, then you have Alessi. So basically a couple brothers, and they were both, I think they were both in Barnaby Bye, which is an early 70s outfit that did Powerpop really, really well. So like I said, this is great 70s AM gold type pop. So check that out if you like. Probably the Bee Gees is the closest cousin to that, to the Alessi brothers. Next up is a really good garage psych album by the Critters. And this is on the Total Sound Project label, which was the same label that Free Design is on. And this is the Critters. I think this is their 3rd album. I want to say this was 1969 or 1970, somewhere around there. But this is a white label promo. So let me pull this one out. I do not believe this is in the shrink, but this will have some glare because it's a laminated sleeve, as you can see there. But pretty nice shot of it there. Really killer garage pop, garage rock, garage psych music by the Critters. There's the label. So if you are into that sort of thing, which I think most of you are, then you need to dig on the Critters. The Critters. And like I said, this is their 3rd album. They had a couple before this one, all very similar in sound. But this is probably my favorite one right now. Next up, I got this one online. This is a first German press of the band Art. And this band turned into, I think it was Spooky Tooth, I want to say. But it's on the Pink Rin Island label, which I absolutely love these labels. But definitely some rock going on here, a little bit of blues, and definitely some psych. But this is more rock oriented, if anything. The last track on this album is just phenomenal. So You know, if you like Spooky Tooth, but with a harder edge, I think you'll dig this ART, or Art is the name of the band. And what is the title? The title is Supernatural Fairy Tales, right there. First German press. Next up, this one's still sealed. I got to pop it open and listen to it, but I think we all know who Graham Parsons is. These are like demos and B-sides from his two best solo albums, GP and Grievous Angel. And this was a Record Store Day release on Rhino Records in a pretty hefty gatefold. So check that one out there if you like Graham and his work. Next up, someone who I've really been getting into is Ricky Nelson and the Stone Canyon Band. This is Rudy the Fifth. This is his second album with the Stone Canyon Band. Again, this one's in the shrink, so I'm not going to pull it out, but we've got the cool Decca label there. And like I said, if you like that Southern California Laurel Canyon sound, that alternative country or cosmic country sound, you're going to dig all of what Ricky Nelson was doing in 1969 through 1974 with the Stone Canyon Band. I believe there's even an eagle in that band as well. So just really dig it, especially if you like Graham Parsons and so forth and the Eagles. You will love this. Really great slide guitar work too on these albums. So don't sleep on Rick. He changed his name from Ricky to Rick, by the way. Don't sleep on Rick Nelson's 1969 and 1974 output with the Stone Canyon Band. Another one I've been getting into, I've always been a Nick Lowe fan, a huge Nick Lowe fan, but I never really gave Brinsley Schwartz, his first band, a fair shake. So I started to do that, and my God, I'm like, wow. I was blown away. So, you know, I like that Laurel Canyon cosmic country sound, or that country pop sound. And especially the first two, this is the second one, Despite It All, but especially those two are super, super country rock with really killer harmonies. Again, this one's in the shrink. So, but the harmonies are just phenomenal. Nick Lowe wrote most of the tracks on this album. There's the back with the lyrics. So, you know it's going to be high quality writing and high quality melodies. But the harmonies really blew me away on Despite It All, and the self-titled first album, which is in here somewhere. I'll get to it. Yep, here it is. This is the self-titled from 1970. Despite It All is also 1970. So, cranking out the albums every 6 months. But this is the self-titled, very similar to Despite It All. Again, on the Capitol Green. So if you're a Nick Lowe fan, or if you're even just a cosmic country fan like I am, that early 70s cosmic country sound, you got to get into Brinsley Schwartz. Another Nick Lowe band, Rockpile. Again, this is in the shrink. Comes with a cool 7-inch little hype sticker going on right there. But Rockpile is pretty much Nick Lowe and Dave Edmunds and crew. Incredible musicianship on this album. Really good power pop mixed with some rockabilly. You know, you got Dave Edmunds there, so you know there's going to be some rockabilly. And then, of course, Nick Lowe and the power pop. Nick Lowe also put out a couple great late 70s albums, Jesus of Cool and Labor of Lust, which also feature the Rockpile band. So really, they're all Rockpile albums, and this one's from 1980. So don't sleep on this bad boy if you are a Nick Lowe fan or a Dave Edmunds fan. This one here I picked up at my local shop. Never going to pass up a sealed ELO album, especially with that sweet hype sticker. And Time, which is what this one is from ELO, is one of my favorite ELO albums. I think a lot of people kind of sleep on this one, but you should not. This is a fantastic album from front to back, featuring some of their best melodies. So check out Time by ELO. You'll be sorry if you don't. If you're an ELO fan and you love that that early 70s to mid 70s output, this album Time is no different. So check that out. Don't be afraid of the 1981, I think it was 1981 release date. Doesn't sound like an 80s album at all. It sounds like a 70s ELO album. Next up, I'm a big Linda Ronstadt fan. Of course, you know I love country, alternative country, country rock. Simple Dreams, I want to say this was what, 76, I think. Blue Bayou, It's So Easy, a couple hits on this, but there's so much more. So don't sleep on this, and a really cool gatefold as well. This one I might have shown, but I picked up another Garden Party from Rick Nelson in the Stone Canyon Band. The reason for that is the other one I had was not an artisan press, so I wanted to make sure I got an artisan dead wax press, because those are by far the best sounding you can get for Garden Party. And Garden Party is one of my favorites from him as well, so has just a ton of great cosmic country rock songs. Here's the inner, featuring that good-looking chap. Boy, he's a good-looking chap, isn't he? All right, we'll pop this back in here. But yeah, if you are looking for Garden Party, make sure you get the one with the artisan logo in the dead wax. Not that the other one sounds bad. It's just this one sounds that much better, with more space, more transparency. So check that out. Pick that up pretty cheap. They can be had for like $5 to $10. Next up, another Brinsley and Schwartz. This is actually their last one from 1975, I want to say. And this is called The New Favorites of Brinsley Schwartz in the Shrink, of course. Love the label right there. But this is Brinsley's last release, and it was not released in the United States, which is crazy to me. But this was not released in the States. There's the back. So you'll have to get like a UK. I recommend the first UK press, which is what this is. Not a terribly expensive one. But you will, if you have to pay for the shipping, it is. So I was lucky enough to find this in the States. So that's what you want to do. You probably have to wait a little while. Like I've been waiting for a few years to pick this one up. So, but really good. Probably their most power pop out of all of them. Kind of dropped the country rock sound. And this is more power pop, more true to like Nick Lowe's work. All right, next up, got a couple albums by The Leaves. You cannot pass up, I've never seen this lemon hype sticker on this album featuring Lemon Princess. Never seen it on the Capitol label. So when I did, I had to pick it up. But again, Psych, Garage, a little bit of everything with this. But I am a huge Leaves fan, which I have a couple to show you here, so we'll do that. This one here is I want to say this is their second album from the late 60s. This one's called All the Good Things That's Happening, Flashback. This is their first album called Hey Joe. Probably the one most people are familiar with, but I think both are fantastic. Especially if you like Popsike and Garage from the late 60s. And this is a mono on the Mirror label. So pretty cool little release there. And this is 1966, this one here. So you're definitely going to want to get a mono here, because the stereo is not great on this one. Whereas All Happening, the stereo actually sounds fantastic. It's centered properly, but this one was not. So pick up Hey Joe in mono, and their second one in stereo, if you can find it. Another Nick Lowe. This one's sealed. Not opened yet. I will be opening it, but picked this one up at the local shop for $5. And this is his 1988 release. Pinker and prouder than previous. So really good power pop there. I'm a huge Nick Lowe fan, so no secret. Yep. Next up, we got a few more here. Sorry, bear with me. What did I do with them? I thought I had a few more. Oh, there's one. All right, we got a duplicate here, so I may be selling one of them, but we got Spaghetti Incident from Guns N' Roses in the shrink with hype stickers. Yellow, this is a USA press on the orange vinyl. So I think most of you are familiar with this 1993 release, I think. But this is basically all the influences of the band, and they do covers on this. But definitely features some oddball tracks that you're going to want to have. And I think there's even a Manson song they cover on this that's pretty cool. What's Your Game Girl, I think it's called. It's like a hidden track at the end. So if you're a Guns N' Roses fan and you're a completist, you're definitely going to want this. Even if you're not, I think it's a solid Guns N' Roses album. It's just all covers. But check out Spaghetti Incident. I thought I had a couple more laying around, but I'm not sure what I did with them. So we're going to end it right there. That's the end of the Vinyl Finds video today. More content to come your way, but thanks for watching. Really appreciate it, everyone. Take care.